Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? It's your girl Sasha Banks, the Legit Boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife.
Marie.
And you are going in Smackdown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Yeah, welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you can be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson, and available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notify bell next to it on YouTube. Make sure you're always getting your daily Going In Raw content, or at least to give you a good chance of getting your daily Going In Raw content.
No guarantees in life.
No guarantees in life, man. We're also available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to check out the CastBox app. It's a great way to support Going In Raw by going on the CastBox podcast app. And number one, it's a great way to get podcasts.
Yeah.
And clicking on Going In Raw and subscribing to the channel. And we're also on the Apple iOS podcast app. We're everywhere. Somebody told me today that Google Play is working fine.
Oh, good.
So I don't know. I haven't confirmed that myself. I don't know.
Here, I'll confirm it myself.
Confirm that. Anyways, we're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. We have 53 friendos watching this podcast as a live stream right now. They enjoyed the pre-show where Larson and I schooled everybody on why LeBron James is the greatest basketball player of all time. We did that.
We did.
Oh crap! I just dropped that. Anyways,
what?
This
Oh.
at the $1 Patreon mark. I have to do this shout out now. The $1 Patreon mark, you get to be a part of the Going In Raw Discord group. Discord confused the crap out of me. I was on the Going In Raw Discord thing yesterday.
Sorry, to confirm, we are up to date on
right.
Google Play.
Awesome. I was on the Discord earlier, and I would get a little notification that somebody said something, but there are various chat groups, and so I have to figure out which one. I know it's because I'm old. I don't know what I'm doing.
Sounds really confusing.
But I was like, which one is this in? But it's a good group. A couple names that are in there. Ayo Worm is in there. Adam Fella is in there. Sadly, Gustavo Gama is in there as well. Not huge on that.
Why not?
He's a bit of a heel.
Oh,
that Gustavo Gama guy. He's always the one who's sexually harassing you, Larson.
He just asked me to take my shirt off.
He tries to throw dollars at you for you to expose yourself. He says, "Take your shirt off. Here's a $2 super chat." Wow, scandalous. Also, be sure to check out on the other side of things. See, they're getting upset because I kept on pushing Mikey Omega's friend over.
Oh, I thought you were playing favorites.
That dictator Mikey Omega. People aren't liking him. Anyways, that's a closed Facebook group. It's a really positive venue forum for wrestling conversations. It's all great stuff. We're also at ProWrestlingTees.com/Going In Raw. Look at we got this is the Going In Raw shirt. Because we've officially signed Naito merchandise.
Not true.
No, it's not true. This is from the New Japan one.
I got this from
Neville.
Wrestle Crate.
Yeah. Oh.
It's Neville. It's a great shirt.
R.I.P. Neville.
Well, he's still alive.
When are we going to see him again?
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows is right.
Who knows?
Absolutely right. Very sad. Anyways, let's talk about Smackdown. We have a fun announcement to make. So last night, I got on the little YouTube app, and they updated, right, our super chats.
Finally.
And wowie wow, we did the greatest Royal Rumble live stream charity thing where we're kicking half our super chats to the St. John's Program for Real Change.
Yes.
It's a local homeless shelter that houses women and children and helps homeless women get back on their feet. And holy crap, we grossed before what?
Just making sure that's right.
Before YouTube took their portion.
Yeah.
It was $1,997. All $3 away from $2,000. And so that ended us up with a cut for the charity of around $870. $870.
Yeah.
What we have decided to do is take $130 from our cut, put that towards the charity amount to make it an even $1,000
correct
raised for the St. John's Program for Real Change.
Correct.
Once that super chat money comes in at the end of this month, we'll be getting on that website, hitting donate.
Yep.
And we want to say sincerely thank you
so much
to all the friendos out there who kicked in. That's absolutely huge. I was stunned by the amount. I had no idea.
I was too. I in no way would ever have fathomed that it would have been that much.
Yeah.
But thanks to the generosity of the Friendoverse out there.
Yeah.
A great charity is going to get hopefully a good amount of help.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you everybody who contributed. Thank you very much.
I mean, I figured it'd be like, they'd get a couple $100 maybe, but holy crap, $1,000. That's a lot of money. So that's fantastic. That was awesome. Anyways, let's talk about SmackDown.
Yeah.
Another fun show. I feel like SmackDown kind of has its mojo back.
It does. This is both Raw and SmackDown, I felt like, were kind of both shows, I think, were somewhat hampered by the largest, longest, greatest Royal Rumble a bit, because you have this huge, massive show. You got to kind of incorporate in the storyline, but also not.
Yeah.
Just a week before a proper pay-per-view, where you definitely have to have storylines involved. And as a result, I kind of feel like both of the go-home shows didn't really feel like go-home shows. They just felt like another episode.
Yeah.
Like if we were still 2 weeks out from Backlash, I would think, okay, we're making some positive progression towards storyline stuff. But Backlash is Sunday. Mm-hmm. I still feel like there could be some storyline stuff, progression made to make the matches storyline-wise a bit more interesting.
All right, well, we can take a look at that. I mean, yeah, I'll agree with you in this respect. Number one, I thought SmackDown had a good energy to it last night.
Oh, it did. Oh, there's another issue.
I think they're doing better than maybe they should be doing, given the situation you're talking about. Because I think you're right; it's an odd situation to be in. You've got the superstar shakeup, so you still have remnants of that, where the Miz is going to be taking on Seth Rollins. That title, the Ick title, is not leaving Raw.
No,
that's not going to happen.
No,
the Us title is staying on SmackDown. Anyways,
it's an all SmackDown match. Yeah.
But then you've got the Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, now AJ Styles thing happening, and Brock Lesnar, all that kind of stuff. So you've got that sort of awkwardly playing out. But I do feel like they were initiating some things. I feel like they've been going full steam
They're
ahead.
laying some groundwork for stuff. I agree with that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought it was okay.
It wasn't bad. I wasn't trying to say it was bad.
Yeah.
It was a perfectly fine episode of SmackDown Live TV.
The entire landscape has felt a bit awkward because of the placement of all these shows.
Let me ask you this. We're not doing predictions yet. That's later today.
Yeah.
What odds do you give Samoa Joe in picking up the win on Sunday?
Not good.
Really?
Jeez, better now, you think?
52%.
You're saying it's 50-50, but with a slight edge to Samoa Joe. Crap, man, I don't know. I'll have to think about it sometime during lunch. I'll have to give it some real thought.
I mean, if Reigns had won the Universal title, 2% botch.
Yeah.
But now Reigns isn't champion.
A clean win? A clean win.
Well, I mean, he passes out.
A dirty win, but a clean one. You think Roman Reigns is going to pass out?
Everybody passes. Well, pretty much everybody. Well, there's two options when you're in the coquina clutch and you can't get out. Either you tap, he's not tapping, or you pass out.
No, this is what it's going to be. Because you've got AJ and Shinsuke with a no DQ, so no DQ can possibly happen there. Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns is probably going to go to DQ. They're going to do the thing where they brawl so much there's no clear finish. Because you're right, they can't have Samoa Joe lose. I still don't think they can have Roman Reigns lose. I'd be pretty shocked if he passed out to a coquina clutch. I think it'd be awesome. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to see that happen. I don't think I'm going to put many confidence points on that, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to put a whole lot of confidence points on it, but that's going to be my pick.
Yeah, all right.
Joe goes over.
All right, I'm going to say they're not going to do another count out. But they'll do.
I don't know how they're going to finish this Styles Nakamura match. I'm not certain that Nakamura is going to pick up the title, but they got to prolong the feud again.
I know they do, and I feel like they pushed at the Greatest Rumble.
Yeah,
and you can only push so many times.
I know. I mean, I wonder if they're going to wait. We just got into predictions for some reason. They're going to wait to actually do the title change at Money in the Bank, since they're trying to make that one of the major shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
I mean, it still seems like this feud has plenty of gas to it. You know?
I think this feud is going to keep on going, but if it's going to keep on going, there needs to be a reason for it to keep on going. And right now, the only reason
is if
that
Nakamura wins. Yeah,
is if Nakamura wins. I kind of think that Nakamura is going to win, and that's going to launch into an AJ Joe thing, because Joe might have something to do with that. If it's a no DQ, Joe can get involved.
Yeah, potentially.
He's already said basically as much. The show started off with Paige
Backstage.
And she said, no shame. I love Paige's GM, by the way.
Yeah, she's doing a great job.
I legitimately hope she is happy in the role of SmackDown general manager.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Paige promo. She says no Shane tonight. And because of the way AJ Nakamura wrapped up at the Greatest Rumble, because of that match, their match at Backlash will be, and she's great at milking it, will be no disqualification.
Yes.
You love it. So that's cool. That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
Is AJ finally going to wear a cup? We'll put that in our predictions.
Oh, yeah, make that a prop bet.
Make that a prop bet. The actual show then kicked off with Miz TV, and Miz declared that Daniel Bryan has been banned from Miz TV.
Because he no-showed last week.
At what point did they run? I don't notice it off the bat in the notes. Did they run that little WWE.com video with Daniel Bryan?
That was later on.
They mentioned that he's not going to be competing tonight.
Because they were worried. They really went deep into the medical textbook to muster up an excuse for him not to be on the show.
But looking at his chest during that video,
I
was like,
know.
oh, that's a good way of
He
doing
wasn't.
it.
The WWE doctors didn't clear him, not because he had an infection. They were worried he could maybe get an infection because of the way Roddy turned his chest into hamburger during their trading of chops at Greatest Royal Rumble.
Well, man, yeah. If you get somebody in there who's chop heavy, of course. If Cass starts going chop crazy on Daniel Bryan's
I
chest,
don't think I've ever seen Cass do a chop.
I've never seen anybody. You're right. I've never seen anybody get an infection from chops before.
Well, I don't think the worry would be just getting an infection from too many chops per se. It's a lot of chops opening up the skin, and when the skin's opened up, it makes it more prone for infection. There could be bacteria. Guarantee you, there is bacteria all over that mat.
They're worried that Cass.
They're
worried that Cass doesn't wash his hands after he crabs.
Could be.
And there's poo poo.
Could be.
And poo poo can get it infected.
Yeah.
That could be.
Well, not just the mat, but locker rooms. There's that.
Oh yeah.
What is that? What is that really strong strain? I think of staph.
Oh yeah.
Bacteria.
WWE's all full of staph infections. And that's what CM Punk said, right?
Yeah. Well, he said he had one.
He said he had one.
So there's a lot of avenues when you got open skin for it to get infected.
Yeah,
the locker room.
That Cass promo was terrible. I forgot. I literally blocked that. That's why I actually enjoyed the show, because I blocked that from my memory when he brought out the little Daniel Bryan. That was so bad. Plague Lord. Can we please put Plague Lord in the video game? Sorry.
Yeah.
Patreon chat here.
That should be one of the competitors for the 10 pounds of flesh title.
I agree. Plague Lord. Anyways, yeah, so Daniel Bryan banned from his TV, and his guest was Jeff Hardy. I can't take. It's weird because his goofy Hollywood, black gown thing that he used to wear, I took way more seriously than this horrible outfit he wears.
A lot of it's the headband,
but it's also short sleeves.
Yeah,
it's got short sleeves.
I know.
On it.
For me, a lot of it is the headband. And
Yeah,
he made a point when he put his sunglasses back on that the headband covered the top of his ears. Like he pulled it down to cover it. Why? It's the headband for me. Lose the headband.
I'm not going to say it's not the headband.
Lose the headband, and I'd be a lot cooler with the robe.
It's short sleeve.
Yeah, no, that's an odd choice.
So bad. Anyways, yeah. Can a no DQ end an account out? I don't think it's going to end. It's not going to end an account out.
It can't.
Can a no DQ?
I don't think so.
No DQ, no count.
Yeah,
because
on the video game it can. We learned that.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Well, that's canon right there because it's got the whiteboard. We got to start doing our Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, who's top guy over there with the strings. I'm going to do that, man. Anyways, Jeff Hardy was the guest, and Randy Orton came down. They were harping on the whole weird Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton interrupting each other.
But then the Miz brought up the SmackDown top 10. And then Randy rightly said, nobody cares about the SmackDown top 10.
There were two things that I noticed about this that I was really tickled by. Randy Orton seemed genuinely tickled. Some of his laughs at Miz's comments seemed legit. Like he didn't know what Miz was going to say, and Miz was actually making him laugh a little bit in there. Because Miz was the point of this was Miz was doing everything he could to try to get under Randy Orton's skin and direct his rage towards Jeff Hardy.
Correct.
And in the end, Randy Orton just said, we're totally cool. He did his thing, I did my thing, and we're good. But yeah, we've got a match against each other.
Yeah, then I'm going to win that U.S. title.
Exactly. So he said that to Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy said, "You can try." And Miz said, what did he say? He said good sportsmanship or something like that. He says, oh no, he said mutual respect. That's not fun or something like that.
Yeah.
But a couple of the things that he said legitimately
Yeah, there was
felt
one
like
thing I remember specifically. I remember what he said, but after Miz said it, Randy started laughing.
he started chuckling.
And it seemed fairly genuine.
And
Anyways,
it seemed genuine, yeah.
After the showing of mutual respect, Shelton Benjamin comes down the ring channeling his inner top-notch super best, saying, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, that's right.
no,
I can't.
no.
Anytime somebody does that now, it just gets so under my skin. It just
No.
bugs the crap out of me. Remembering
And Shelton was saying
top-notch.
he has a claim to that U.S. title because he beat Randall Orton last week.
Yeah.
So he wants a title shot too.
Yeah.
That led to a brawl, which led to a match.
Fairly lengthy match, too. This lasted like 2 commercial breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this went on pretty long. It was Miz and Shelton Benjamin versus Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. And it was actually a pretty fun match. I mean, all these guys are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So it was pretty fun. Lots of stuff going on. Jeff Hardy got the pin on Shelton Benjamin after he, not just an RKO, Orton dropped an RKO on him and then tagged in Jeff Hardy to do the Swanton Bomb.
Yeah.
And got the pin.
And then once that pinfall was counted, mutual respect ended there.
Out the window.
Randall, dropped an RKO on Jeff Hardy just to let him know.
Yep.
He's still the Viper.
I hear voices in my head.
He's still the Apex Predator.
Right.
He still wants that U.S. title.
Miz was really great during this Miz TV stuff because at one point when Randy Orton got kind of annoyed with the Miz, he started backing him down a little bit, and Miz started backing up with like worried look on his face.
Yeah.
And he hid.
He stepped behind the chair.
He stepped behind the chair.
Yeah, that was
I
pretty
think all
funny.
that little stuff. I don't recall exactly, but it wouldn't surprise me if one of the people who really hated the Miz back when everybody hated the Miz back in the day backstage, was Randy Orton.
Oh, maybe.
And I wonder what their relationship is like. Like that, I'm kind of interested about that. You know.
Yeah.
Because Miz is so good these days.
Oh, yeah.
Next up, we had a fantastic IKonics interview where they were imitating Renee Young.
Yeah.
Like giving her a really thick a Minnesota accent.
Yeah, but Canadian because she's
But
from Canada.
they were saying that it was a Canadian accent.
And then she says, that's a Minnesota accent.
And they're like, it's all the same. It's all garbage or something like that.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
And then they shooed Renee Young off and then brought out Carmela.
To do their own interview.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was a lot of fun. The
Yeah.
IKonics are so great.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
They're so awesome. I do find it hilarious that in your notes here you properly spell it IKonics.
That's how they spell it.
IKonics.
That's how they spell it. That's how it's supposed to be spelled, man.
Next up, the Bar were backstage walking around with their new SmackDown contracts. They seemed happy.
Yeah.
That
and
they
then
have these contracts.
the New Day were around a corner, and they were kind of rubbing The-Bar's nose in poop because they didn't retain or win the Raw Tag Team titles. And The-Bar said, doesn't matter to us. We want to be on SmackDown anyways, which is true. That's what Cesaro wanted to be on SmackDown from the beginning of the brand split.
And in your estimation, if somebody expresses that they want something,
that's where they go.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Vince listens.
You're 2 for 2.
Vince listens.
You're 2 for 2 on that one.
Anyways, then the New Day called their butler Bootiesworth, Mr. Bootiesworth.
That's right.
And he brought a giant platter of pancakes
to present to them. Congratulations for being here on SmackDown. And he also gave Big E
some baby oil.
And Big E started very erotically rubbing his massive pectoral muscles.
Yeah.
And being very, ginger with his nipples.
But
area.
liberal with the oil.
Yeah, but lots of oil. The crowd was eating it up. And every time Sheamus would say something, Big E would say, he's still the worst. Sheamus is still the worst. He's the worst. So that's great. They were asking the New Day if their pancakes had laxatives in them. And they said, no, we would never do that. But regardless,
they chucked them.
They chucked the
threw
pancakes.
The platter of pancakes.
Pancakes went everywhere.
This angered Big E to no end. He got up in Sheamus's face.
Well, Sheamus said, here's my gift for you guys. He says, one of you gets to fight me tonight.
Yes.
Big E gets right in his face and starts just laying in on him, calling him a sucker and all this kind of stuff. And he says, relax, fella, I'm not fighting you. And then he looks at Xavier Woods, says, I'm fighting you. And then Xavier Woods says something like, I'm going to steal your soul or something. Is that a video game reference
I would
or something?
think so.
I think so, too. Anyways, that was great. It was all great. I'm very happy that these two teams get to fight, get to feud. It's fantastic. Let's see here. Next up, we had oh man, I'm kind of bummed out about this, but it's a story. At least it's something.
Yeah, I am too. Why do they insist on keeping Rusev as a heel? That's where this is going.
Oh man.
That's where this is going.
I know.
Well,
the crowd hated it too.
Oh yeah, there's two avenues. So the setup is that Rusev and Aiden English are standing backstage. Apparently, they've written new lyrics for the Rusev Day song, and they're about to start. In walks Lana. Aiden English says, "Oh, I'll give you guys a moment." He walks out, and Lana says, "You know, Rusev Day. That's all great and stuff, but I kind of feel like something's been holding you back."
Yeah.
And Rusev says, "What?" And the camera pans out as Aiden English walks in the frame, grabs his coat, and says hi, and then walks back out. And that's
the crowd started booing, they were like, "No, don't do this."
So there's two options here. Either Lana is the one who forces the breakup between Rusev and Aiden English, which would be a heel move by Rusev. So that's not good.
Yeah.
Or Rusev chooses Aiden English over Lana, and that might be how they get Rusev to be a face. Maybe. I don't know. But that's not a good avenue.
I don't like any of it.
Yeah, neither option is good.
I think it'd be spectacular if Lana and Aiden English really liked each other.
Yes.
That's what I want to see.
Why can't people just get along and work for the mutual benefit?
To me, it's akin to I really hated back when Triple H left DX.
Yeah.
I really hated that. Even though I later on I understood it was necessary for his development as a character, as a whatever. I really hated it. And I love Rusev and Aiden English so much. And I love Rusev and Lana so much. I want them all to be together and happy.
Yes.
Work together.
Be happy. Agreed.
But then, that's when because Lacey, when we used to watch Mad Men, she was like, I liked it back when everybody was just working together. Because, very quickly, things go downwards in Mad Men.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, then there wouldn't be a show. So that's when I have to take my own. Then there wouldn't be, drama.
When do you think it all started going wrong? When the lawnmower ran amok in the office?
That was pretty shocking.
That was really shocking.
Did somebody lose a limb? Somebody died?
Yeah, it was ran over their foot.
That's right. Oh man, that's good. The lawnmower.
That was hilarious.
It's
shocking.
Yeah, it was so and all the different vomit spots.
Oh yeah,
those were all
there was
shocking.
Surprisingly a lot of vomit in that show, and more blood than I would have thought.
Yeah.
Next, Cass came out for a promo, and this was pretty awkward. He's given it his all.
No, this is not on
in
him.
terms of his performance. You really can't say much about that. The premise was not great.
Look, man. There has never been a segment in the history of WWE where they bring out a little person version of the opponent that whoever this heel is supposed to be mocking. Here's the thing. Because it's not even necessarily a matter of this is offensive to little people. I don't really. It's just not clever. It's just not funny, and it's just not effective.
Yeah.
It's boring as hell. It's never funny. And it's not even a matter of, I feel this dude's getting work. I'm sure he's fine with it, whatever. I don't think it's not really that. It's just I've never found it funny at all.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody does.
The more compelling aspect of Cass's promo, well, there's two. I thought Cass's promo last week. When he
his
had
motivation for hating Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
That was great.
It wasn't because Daniel Bryan was short.
Right.
It was because Cass thought Daniel Bryan represented a lot of things that he didn't like about himself when he was younger.
His own insecurities.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. And that
was Cass at one point a little person? This doesn't
make any sense.
I can't stand it.
Doesn't make
and
any
the
sense.
crowd was dead for it.
Yeah.
And you're right. I just wish that, I don't know. Maybe he was totally on board with it. I don't know. I just wish that sometimes wrestlers would say, this is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And it's like Cass doesn't have, I can only assume that he's, still fresh enough that he doesn't really have the stroke to say, I'm not going to do it. Obviously. And I think it's his job to do what creative says, hey, go do.
Yeah. At a certain point, you got to keep your own best interests in mind and know when someone writes for you a garbage segment,
Yeah.
you got to speak up and say, all right, what can we do? Not necessarily say this is garbage and throw it in their face, but it's like, okay, this isn't really working. What can we do to improve this?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't. I just never find. And as soon as he came out, I was like, oh, I have to. How long is this going to go on now? Because I knew it was going to be crap, and it's that stuff is always crap. It never works.
No.
I don't know why they go to that well, and it's not like they go to it all all that often. Again, maybe one little person segment a year, maybe.
Yeah.
It's always bad though, dude. And this was no better, so I was bummed out about that.
Yeah, because Cass did such a great job last week.
I know he did. He did a fantastic job last week. Next up, we had an AJ Styles interview.
Well, this was promoted as Nakamura wanting Styles to apologize to him for his actions at Greatest. I gotta stop playing with this quarter. His actions at Greatest Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. So Renee Young introduced AJ. AJ comes to the ring, reacts to the news that their match at Backlash is going to be no DQ, and he pretty much said, well, he did say he's going to tear Nakamura apart and scatter pieces of Nakamura throughout, what's it called, the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty dark. Anyways,
Samoa Joe interrupts him.
well, wait, did you sorry, I was drinking water and I was looking at chat right here. Did you mention Shinsuke wanted an apology from...
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
That's why I prefaced the whole
All
thing.
right, good.
Samoa Joe comes out and says, "After I'm done destroying Roman Reigns at Backlash, I'm coming for that title, whether you have it, AJ, or Nakamura has it."
So it's a win-win situation. No matter what, we get an amazing situation. This is exactly what we all wanted when we found out Samoa Joe was heading to SmackDown.
Yes.
No dicking around.
No
dilly-dally.
No.
He's going to take
Straight
care of
to the
Roman
top.
Reigns. Straight to the top. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Can somebody please call Christopher Daniels so we can get a rematch
of that TNA show from
5-star match.
2006, whatever it was.
5-star match right there. This is going to be good. So either AJ is going to drop the title to Nakamura and blame Joe, and they'll have just a singles grudge match type feud.
For a couple months, yeah.
Or Joe's going to go after Nakamura. That's probably less likely because Nakamura's a heel, Joe's a heel. I don't really see that happening. But in any event, I think it's going to be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
This is especially when this happened, but when AJ first came out and he had that title and he's going to do that interview, I was thinking to myself, man, SmackDown really is it's back to being the must-watch show.
Yeah.
It really is.
And as we've seen since Superstar Shakeup, it really is the wrestling show because they let matches breathe.
Yeah.
Both the tag match and then the main event were both pretty long.
Yeah.
And they gave Sheamus and Xavier Woods a lot of time.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. With less gross time, with only 2 hours, they do that.
Mm-hmm. They let a lot of matches breathe.
It feels like a much more cohesive show at this point.
Yes.
And I'm, Raw, I still like Raw. Raw does a lot of good stuff. There's too much talent for you not to like both shows,
I know.
There's just too much good talent.
I know. And Samoa Joe wraps up his promo. Cue Nakamura's music. Joe turns around.
Ready to fight.
Ready to fight.
throw.
But Nakamura is nowhere to be found. Of course, he's coming in through the crowd.
Next time you see
It's a low blow.
Next time you see him, he's got his bicep firmly in AJ Styles' taint balls butthole area.
Yes.
Covering that entire landmass.
Huge low blow to AJ. Mm-hmm. Joe must go backstage. Nakamura fakes a Kinshasa to the back of AJ and then hits him with one to his face.
Yeah.
Knee to face.
Yeah. It was great. It was awesome. And Nakamura just chewing up the scenery, as they say.
Yeah.
Chewing up the scenery.
Yeah.
It was great. It was fantastic. Man, Backlash predictions. Oof. Got to really think about that while I'm eating my giso today. Next up, Becky Lynch backstage. She's giving herself a pep talk saying...
Well, she's also apologizing profusely to
Oh,
Asuka.
yeah, because first you don't see Asuka. Yeah.
And then Asuka says, "It's all right." Charlotte says, "We're going to take care of business tonight."
Well, she said, "We're going to hit them back 3 times as hard," and then Charlotte enters, and you understand what the math is she's talking about.
Yeah.
And she says, "Yeah, we're going to beat them up." And then Asuka says, "Avengers, assemble." And then starts saying, yes, 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 yes. And then, because she's all crazy and stuff. And then walks off, and I don't know. Oh, and Asuka and Charlotte and Becky Lynch do their little tea time thing.
Yeah.
That was very cute. They're all very charming.
Yes. Next, Sheamus versus Xavier Woods. Highlight of this match is when Cesaro walked up to the rest of the New Day, opened up his jacket, and there's pancakes on the inside. He's all,
I know, like, just this match, a lot of the stuff with Cesaro on the outside towards the finish was so much fun.
I know.
It was so well executed and choreographed.
I know.
It was a blast. It was great.
He had pancakes under his jacket.
Why isn't that like
that was
a
great.
thing anymore? Like, remember, like, I feel like back
You
in
mean the watch salesman?
Yes! That was a staple of comedies back in the day.
I know.
And it's always a New York thing.
Yeah.
You know, did people were actual watch salesmen like that? The merchandise on the coat inside, inseam?
It's hilarious, though.
It is hilarious.
You guys want to watch?
You guys want to watch? You guys want to watch? You want a DVD?
You want a pancake?
You want a pancake? You guys want a pancake?
Oh, that was so funny. Anyways, solid match, too.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
At one point, Xavier Woods goes for his top rope elbow. Cesaro distracts him. There's some brawling on the outside. Sheamus even throws Xavier Woods into the barricade. But in the end, they get back in the ring. Xavier Woods wins with a roll-up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was good. I love when Sheamus and Cesaro go down to these sneaky wins. We saw this happen with like Fandango when they were on their way
when
out.
Titus Worldwide beat him.
Titus Worldwide beat
twice
him
with roll-ups.
Twice, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So it's all good stuff. They have good lose faces.
They do.
I'm looking at this right here. Paige Backstage, Absolution comes up, and I'm realizing the women's division has had a complete and total turnaround from pre-shakeup, from pre-mania. It was garbage before, and now they seem to have, like, with the addition of the shakeup, the IKonics, Carmela is champion now, Asuka coming up.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody has, like, I don't know, at least for right now, just more to do, more to work
often
with.
than not, SmackDown, when they were booking the women's division, they would just do these huge. I mean, granted, the main event was a huge tag match, but that's all there was. They would have the 8 women in the division, and they would just find different ways of mixing them up and putting them in multi-person tag matches.
Right.
But now they seems like, okay, we have Charlotte and Carmella have a story. Becky and Asuka have a story together, but also related to the IKonics. IKonics are also involved in the Charlotte and Carmella story. Over here, we have Absolution going up to Paige, asking for a favor because, they're all buddies, asking, such as saying, we want a shot at the women's title. And then I'm sure that's going to play into something down the line. Becky, because Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville were teasing her last week in like a WWE.com video for losing. And so they go backstage and they say, Paige, we already know what you're going to tell us. And Paige says, oh, you know already?
Yeah.
Okay, you know? Who's
This
going to be?
is a really cute segment, too. They all had good chemistry. It's great, and this is something I'm really glad. I'm not happy that Paige is, it can't wrestle anymore. But one of the, silver linings of that is we get to see now a bit more of Absolution's personality stand out. Sonya Deville gets to talk a lot more. Mandy Rose gets to talk a lot more. And they're pretty good. They're just sort of, they're being heelish versions of themselves, seemingly.
Yeah.
Which is really, really great. Yeah. So they say, which one is it going to be? Because
they think
Absolution
they're
thinks one thing and Paige thinks another thing. And she says, oh, it's going to be you, Mandy. And Mandy says, oh, that's great. I get to have a SmackDown Women's Championship title shot.
And Paige goes, no.
She said,
no,
you don't get that at all. Stop jumping up and down. It was really,
yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Paige is
said,
really
no,
cute.
you have a match with Becky Lynch next week. And then Absolution says to her, well, what about, we're friends. Shouldn't we get some benefit, some perks?
She said, what happened? She says, don't you have some special treatment working around here?
Yeah. And then Paige says, no, Absolution is dead.
Yeah. And then it just ended awkwardly with them standing there awkward. Somebody should have walked off camera. That was my only, thing about this is like Paige.
Well, there's that moment. It looked like Paige, actually, she said that. She kind of looked down and like poked, was it Sonya Deville on her stomach or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
And then just kind of was all.
Ooh. Camera's holding too long.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Next, Andrade Cien Almas iPhone promo. Totally a heel. Totally a heel. Totally a heel.
On that freaking. Oh yeah, it totally was. Which I'm glad about that.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
glad about that.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Was he actually on vacation, or did they just drive to the Florida coast to shoot that? From Orlando.
Yeah, I feel like they found the windiest place to go to because it was all.
It was pretty windy.
Anyways, so he's going to be showing up at some point.
Yeah,
But
after
yeah.
Backlash.
Okay, so what was heelish about it? I forget. Number one, there was words on the screen. That was annoying.
Well, it was mostly just El Idolo.
But they were being very sinister.
Yeah.
They were being very.
Well, I mean,
when she was talking, it was.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
It was ridiculous.
I think just their general vibe.
Sinister. A little on the sinister side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and he had the aviator sunglasses on. He was coming out of a nice car. He's coming off his
You can't be stylish if you're a face.
Well, you can, but usually if you're super dapper,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, that means you're a heel.
Aviators basically means heel.
Yeah,
That's what
and
Emma
they had
did.
like the Denali, the fancy SUV.
Yeah.
You know, they're on some beach somewhere. He's
Yeah.
dressed really well.
Right.
Just putting it together seems like he's going to be a heel.
Well, they also said something.
They did say something.
She said,
Something about taking over or something like that.
Well, no, she kind of ran down the WWE universe a little bit, and that to me, I think, was what it was.
Oh, yeah.
She said everybody's been asking us, what's he going to do? And she says something along the lines of, "We don't care what you want to see, or we don't care what you want." I forget what it was exactly, but it was something like that.
They're totally going to be heels.
Yeah, I'm glad about this.
Ooh.
Maybe it was because I said they were going to be faces.
You give yourself way too much credit. Maybe he'll be injected into the U.S. title scene after Jeff Hardy retains at Backlash.
Yeah, because there's too many heels up there in the world title scene, so you're probably right about that. That'd be good. Next.
Main event.
Oh,
Fun
this
match.
was fun.
Ton of fun.
This was so much fun.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Asuka taking on the IKonics and Carmela.
Yeah. This was cool. Asuka ended up tapping out Peyton Royce, but not after Charlotte
hit that awesome moonsault and took
The
out.
crowd went crazy for
man.
that. Becky Lynch had a strong showing. This was a lot of fun.
Even just that reversal Asuka did from. Oh, there's a bug on me. It's an ant.
Oh my God, that was a huge one.
That was
too.
a large
oh my
ant.
God, he survived the fall.
Well, I mean, I just brushed him off the table.
God, he's fast.
Yeah, that was a
That's
large
like
ant.
a dog.
That was a large ant.
Look at the size of that ant.
That's huge.
He's coming back at you. I think he's pissed.
Well,
He's gonna punch your face, dude.
he can try.
You gonna sell it?
No.
No?
I'm a no-selling ant.
You gonna go Bruiser Brody on that
Heck
Lex
yes.
Luger ant?
Heck yes.
Wow.
That ant's going to run out of this office.
And then go to Jim Crocker Promotions.
Yep. The reversal Asuka had on that roll-up attempt by Peyton Royce was great.
Yeah, it was.
It was so
great.
fluid,
Yeah.
so fast,
No, I
and
know,
right
it's
into
fantastic.
the Asuka lock. It was great.
The IKonics are awesome.
Yeah, they are. This whole match was a lot of fun.
Carmela as a character, I love.
Oh, heck yes.
As a wrestler, she has a long way to go.
Oh, yeah, but her character work kind of makes up for the kind of the lack of ring polish.
We're gonna open some gifts now, Al.
Yeah. Are those both gifts? Is one of them comic books?
I don't know.
No.
Oh no, the comic books are still in my car.
Well, here, give me one then.
Here, Al. This is coming all the way from China. This might not be for us. Lacey might have ordered this to my name. Let's find out.
Let's find out. Let's see what this is first.
That one says to going in Raw, so that's cool.
Ground Zero. OWD. Bunch of cups. Cool, you can have cups at the office.
That's good.
Stickers. Oh, here's read note.
Oh, we got a note. It's always helpful to have a note.
Yeah.
You can send us stuff
Oh, it's
too.
from Quiet Wyatt Designs.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Some stickers.
P.O. Box 1814, Orangevale, California 95662. It's in the description. Hey, guys. Hope you enjoy this little package. Stickers are my old logo before I was forced to adjust it. Oh, because it's got Bray Wyatt and Freddy Krueger on there. Shirts are current logo. And the cups are for a San Diego promotion that I help out at, run by B-Boy. Oh, I remember B-Boy. Hope you get to a show if you're in the area. Enjoy. Nolan Ryan, Quiet Wyatt Designs.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank
Cups
you
are
so
good.
much.
Let's see. I'm going to see. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Nice. Very cool.
Very cool. Thank you so
Bray
much.
Wyatt saying, shh, don't talk, man. I'm pretty sure this is probably some fabric that Lacey ordered under my
Oh,
name.
these are cool. We got some cups. We can
Because
play beer
it's got
pong
my
here now.
shoot name on it. Can I have a key or something?
The keys are on the other side of your laptop.
What?
The keys are on the other side of your laptop.
Oh, nice.
Wait for that ant to come back.
I know, man. It's going to put me in the ankle lock.
So I'll give it a clothesline. No, low blow.
Low blow. I'll Starship Pain the ant.
There you go.
You low blow.
And I'll give it a Spanish fly.
Get it in position.
Interesting. You don't know what it is, do you?
This is for Lacey.
All right.
I think it's like some sewing apparatus. Oh, wait. Oh, I know what this is. No. Big Jim sent this.
Oh.
This is the canvas backdrop for if he shows up to do the Four Lights podcast.
Oh, cool.
I'm putting that up this Friday, the Four Lights podcast. I'm not going to unveil this thing, but it's a big space backdrop.
Ooh, Starfield.
Starfield.
Perfect. Exciting.
Anyways.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, first episode of my new Star Trek podcast with Big Jim is going up this Friday at youtube.com/Friendoville.
Be on the lookout for it.
Be on the lookout for it. If you like Star Trek, and we're just reviewing all the episodes of Star Trek Next Generation.
I thought you were going to do the movies first. I was excited for that because I want to take part in the Wrath of Khan one because I know that movie really well.
Once we're on a good roll, we'll take a break and do Wrath of Khan.
Actually, I know most of the movies pretty well.
Well, yeah, we'll start off with the first one because it'll let me do my impression of Kirk checking Decker all the time because Decker was just a thorn in his side. Decker, stop competing with me.
Nemo. Oh, question time.
Question time.
Nemo's been playing a lot of Dad of War, and he thinks old Kratos looks like current Triple H. Which superstars look like or would you cast in video game movies?
Okay, so the new trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2 dropped today. It looks fantastic.
Any idea what the story's about?
Well, it's set in the Old West, and there's a lot of robberies.
Is it a continuation of the Marston thing? Okay, that's what I was wondering about.
I don't believe it is, Al.
All right.
Although he could be in it. I think it said it's set in 1899.
All right.
Which is pre-Red Dead. So who would star as John Marston?
Butch Bacon.
He's not a WWE superstar.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Mundo.
Yeah, that'd be good.
He's not really as grizzled.
He needs to scruff himself up a little bit.
A lot. Quite a bit.
That's what I was trying to think of someone grizzled.
Somebody grizzled.
What about Edge?
Edge
has got that beard he's got now.
Yeah, no, but I feel like he'd be more like one of the cronies. He's got kind of crony look to him.
I feel like I got bug crawling all over me. What?
Randy Orton. He could be a good John Marston, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah, that's good.
You're disappointed in that pick, but
I'm sorry. I'm not. I said, as it made sense to me.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Oh, hold on.
What?
Ciampa.
Oh, yeah.
Ciampa.
CM Punk finds it insulting. Power rank New Japan gimmicks that would work better in WWE rather than New Japan.
Captain New Japan.
Bone Soldier, you mean?
Bone Soldier. New Japan gimmicks that would work better in WWE. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't think. Like I almost said Killer Elite Squad, but they can only do the spitting water in people in New Japan. I don't think they can do that in WWE.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Because they're not really gimmicks necessarily.
No, they're just characters.
They're just characters, you know? I don't know. Yano. Let's see here.
Unretired Dwayne Nix. When are we getting heel WWE champion Shinsuke Nakamura, Backlash, or Money in the Bank?
You give an early predictions preview?
I'm tempted to say Money in the Bank. I just don't see how in a no DQ situation they're going to prolong it. Double pin.
Double pin.
Just beat the heck out of each other so bad. Double pin.
I feel like that's going to be a Samoa Joe Roman Reigns situation. Yeah. I'm gonna say Backlash. Right. Happens at Backlash. Has to happen.
Robert Chacon. Hello, friendo. So once Shinsuke gets the title from AJ, who do you think will be the next person to get the title off him? Well, let's try it. Let's book ahead a bit. When do you think? What do you think is be the WWE title match for next year at Mania? AJ versus Daniel Bryan. We got a little taste of that match.
It depends on how well the Shinsuke thing goes. I could see it being Shinsuke Daniel Bryan.
Potentially.
I could also see it being Shinsuke AJ Styles.
I'll say AJ Styles, the next person to get the belt off him. They might trade that title.
I think they're going to trade it. I think they're going to trade it a couple times. But if we take AJ out of the equation, it's Daniel Bryan for sure.
Yeah. The top-notch Super Beast Slow Wolf, you two decide to recruit people to be part of Going in Raw. Your method of recruitment is a method Undisputed Era has used, as well as other factions, handing someone your merch. What Going in Raw merch do you use to recruit people?
The sticker. The stickers of our faces. We go up there and say, do you want a sticker of your face that looks like this? And who wouldn't? Because our faces
that's
are
a terrible
everywhere.
recruitment tool.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want their face up there in Saudi Arabia for the Greatest Rumble?
This is what you do.
Okay.
It's a Fun Wrestling or a W Steve W shirt.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You got to choose which one.
Which one? Yeah.
Which one?
Well,
I mean, Fun Wrestling is the obvious answer.
I like the sticker approach. I think you're just doing what everybody else does. Give them a shirts.
Yeah, that's because it's the best option.
Nobody's ever done the stickers before.
Who's going to put a sticker like on a shirt and wear it around to show, they've joined this faction?
You don't need to put it on. They could put it on their laptop. They can put it on anything. They can put it on their car. My dad has our faces on the back of his old van.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah. It's cool.
It's not the same.
You're right. It's not the same. It's cooler.
No, it's not.
Not the same.
Like you're going to walk to the ring with your laptop to show what faction you're part of? No.
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense.
Innovative. God, would you start thinking outside the box, please?
It's a terrible idea.
Bronze grappling hook. I find it funny that everybody says Daniel Bryan was underutilized by WWE, even though he's accomplished more in a short career than most wrestlers. Who are some wrestlers that people say aren't? I'm sorry. Who are some wrestlers that people say are underutilized, but really they're not? I mean, I think when people have the idea that Shinsuke Nakamura has been underutilized just because he hasn't he's
won
a
a title
champion yet, I think that's kind of silly because ever since he's been, they've treated him like a star ever since he's been there. Have they creatively treated him the same way as we'd like to have seen in terms of, inspired creative? No, but they've always had him on the mind as a big dude.
Yeah, Dolph. People have said for years, Dolph. Why didn't they do more with Dolph?
They did pretty much they tried to do everything with him.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. The glorious Steve Klain. Hey, friendos. Besides Going in Raw signs, what have been your favorite crowd signs on WWE programming?
Goldberg loves animals.
Yeah.
Did we make that one or somebody else did?
I don't think we ever
somebody
made
else.
Someone
did
else
that
made
one.
that one.
Yeah, and it's like a picture of Goldberg with like a bird on his shoulder or something like that. That was a good one.
I always used to like the wrestler fears another wrestler or wrestler fears.
Oh yeah.
Like one of their previous gimmicks.
Yeah, that was always good.
Because then it was a template that people were forced to get creative with.
There is a Twitter account I think just called Attitude Era Signs, and granted some of them are hugely offensive, but some people would just they'd have a sign that says like just shit on it. They'd be holding that up during an episode of Raw from like 1998. Sometimes they'd say way worse things, but those kind of make me laugh because it's like they're not even trying to be clever. They're just saying, hey,
trying to be
only put F out here.
Gross.
Yeah.
Stefan Stenard. Hey, friendos, longtime viewer, brand new patron here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Steven. I guess it's Steven. Did I say Stefan? Sorry. Power rank ways I can become as jacked as Larson for summertime. Thanks. First of all, don't hurt your shoulder. That's what I did. God. He's asking a question. I'm just answering.
As jacked? How jacked is that exactly?
I'm not quite the Finn Balor body, but I think I maybe made it to TJP bod before he got hurt and got in better shape. At least on par. Anyways. Eat right. Mm-hmm. Don't eat crap. Mm-hmm. Probably lay off booze.
Yeah.
Something I don't do enough. Be consistent with your workout habits and push yourself. That's all you got to do. Set a schedule for yourself.
Push yourself?
Yeah.
That's kind of a vague thing, isn't it?
No, well, this is what you don't like. If your plan for working out is you say, all right, I'm going to bench 125 pounds. But if you don't set goals to increase that weight, you're not going to put on muscle.
Okay.
You got to keep pushing yourself, Steve.
All right.
Don't push yourself too hard. You hurt your shoulder like I did.
Yeah.
But push yourself.
Okay. Let's see here. Chris the Follically I don't see. I can't. This name is too long. Chris the Follically challenged something.
There's a lot of questions here.
A lot of questions.
We'll just ask the question, and I'll find it.
Are storylines today too segregated? Attitude Era feuds all seem to tie in with each other.
No, we were just talking about the women's tag match at the conclusion of SmackDown and how there's a lot of narratives interwoven through those 6 women.
I think it's best when they are integrated like that. And yeah, whenever when SmackDown first had the brand split thing,
It was doing really well. Yeah,
they're on fire because a lot of their storylines were integrated. So yeah, it is stronger when they're doing that. I think they do a decent job of that these days. Sometimes when they are too segregated, yeah, it can get a bit dull.
Yeah. Tommy T, hey friend, this is my question. Power rank tag teams across all of wrestling history that have had the best all-around chemistry. He says Usos and New Day are his 1A and 1B.
They're pretty high up there, man. But all time.
You got to say Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard.
Or Arn Anderson and Larry Zbyszko.
Or Arn Anderson and Ole Anderson.
Oh, I mean.
The Dudleys.
Oh, man, the Dudleys. Jeff Hardy, the Hardys.
Mm-hmm.
Edge and Christian.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah.
The Midnight Express.
Yeah.
Oh, number 1 for me, Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
I still can't tell them apart. Alex Foster, should kayfabe injuries be a thing?
We've had this discussion before. Like, should they sell injuries when
if
they're
it's
not on TV?
If it's a fake injury, if somebody fake has his leg broken and then he's just chilling, walking across the street and he's not acting like he's hurt, I don't know, man. I'm still it's kind of a gray area for me. It kind of just depends.
People got to live their lives, man. When they're on TV, I expect them to perform. When they're out living their normal life, if they're just going to the grocery store, I don't expect them to walk with crutches if there's nothing wrong with them.
But aren't they giving it 110% if they do that?
No, I mean, I'm not saying I won't give them some kudos for doing that, but I'm not going to expect that.
I don't expect it, but if you're asking, would it help a little bit? Sure.
AO Worms, so if WWE could bring in Larson's favorite New Japan wrestler, Larson's favorite wrestler, Minoru Suzuki, and he goes to SmackDown, would you want him to feud with Joe or AJ?
Joe.
Suzuki and AJ put on a great match during one of the G1 tournaments. It's fantastic. It's at Kurikan Hall. You can find it on New Japan World. It's great.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've ever seen Minoru Suzuki versus Samoa Joe, so I'd go with that.
Great.
I think that'd be stellar. He might be my favorite wrestler right now. I have my Suzuki Goon shirt in the car.
Why didn't you wear it today?
Because I haven't washed it yet.
Oh, that shouldn't stop you. We have some dish soap here.
Yeah, I really don't want to wash
it in the sink.
I really don't want to wash.
And then air dry it.
Clothes. I still can't wear it today.
Should we get a washer and a washing machine?
We don't have
dryer here.
The hose to drain the washer.
We just stick the hose out of the window.
Don't think you could do that.
We can get a bucket.
You can't just start pouring water in the building and get it down to the foundation. That creates a lot of trouble, Steve.
Can we get a bucket?
You can dump that all you want. You need a pretty large bucket. Those things go through a lot of water.
Come on, man. If I try that, you need to veto that.
Oh, I would. You're not serious. So I'm not
you
going to
just said I should do that.
I'm putting the onus on you. I'm calling your bluff because he ain't going to do it.
You know what's weird? When I was leaving Bama's school today, dropping her off, there was a truck that had the license plate that just said Fenris on it. And I was like, is that Stephen Fenris's car? Is he stalking out my kid's school? Jacob Omega. After tonight's SmackDown, I can't stop thinking about a triple threat at SummerSlam for the title. Joe versus Styles versus Nakamura. How would you guys book the build-up, and who wins the match? All just low blows. Mm-hmm. All just and at one point, Joe puts AJ's balls in the coquina clutch. Somehow.
Yeah.
I don't really know how you do that. Do you want to try it out right here? You can try to put my balls in a coquina clutch?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it.
Let's try. Stand up, please.
Drop your pants, please.
Well, I don't think you have to drop your pants. I mean, AJ's not going to be dropping his pants. It just probably necessitate my and Joe's face area being in the butt area.
Right, because he'd have to get behind. The butt's right here.
Yeah, so you have to be get the testes like this.
Okay.
Super tight.
Yeah.
But then,
super tight.
But then you have to have your butt in the rear end area.
Be like, don't put your tongue out.
Well, I mean, everybody's got pants on.
Yeah, but it probably still smells like butt.
Oh, it could. It could. Richard Nason with the WWE title match, now a no DQ match. Does this almost guarantee Shinsuke wins due to his low blow tactics, or will AJ use it to his advantage and beat Nakamura at his own game?
I feel like we need that at some point, right? Don't we need him to have a cup on?
Yeah.
Or like a spiked cup? Like if you have a spike that's going straight down, like jutting from your taint.
That could be a danger to yourself when you're trying to wrestle, though.
That's what I'm saying is if it's a single spike jutting from your taint.
How long?
Like I feel like AJ is skinny enough that he has a gap, right? Between his thighs. He's got thigh
Still,
gap.
it can't be very long. Otherwise,
Right.
you're going to stab yourself.
Where are you going to stab yourself?
Your inner thigh?
Doesn't have to be too long, right? This.
It could be an inch. That's 2 inches. You're going to stab yourself. Unless he walks around like he's riding a horse the whole time.
Yeah, bow-legged.
No.
Right?
An inch. No more than an inch.
An inch? Okay, fine. An inch is still pretty long.
Even half an inch would be fine.
If you ram your bicep
even a
into
half an inch is going to cause significant
a
pain.
rusty one.
There you go.
A rusty one.
It's not just the injury, it's the potential for tetanus.
Oh, for sure.
When's the last time you had a tetanus shot?
Never.
You've never had a tetanus shot?
Unless I just am unaware of it when I had one as a kid. I trust my parents have vaccinated me properly, give me all the shots.
Well, that's
that
something
I
you have to
need.
get every 7 years.
I have no idea.
Really? I once stepped on a rusty nail one day at school.
Oh no!
And it just broke the skin, so I had to go to the doctor and get a tetanus shot.
Yeah, I remember one time, like Professor Portnoy back in the day. It was test day back when Jeff and I. No, it was the old.
Wait, who?
Big Jim.
Okay.
When we all lived together, but you were either sleeping or I don't know. You always did your own thing. It was so annoying.
Well, I kept odd hours. Yeah.
So, anyways,
I stay up till 5 in the morning usually.
Because you weren't in our screenwriting class.
No, I was in one with Hilton maybe. Don't remember who was in the class.
What script was Hilton writing?
Well, it was never produced, so.
Anyways, and right before this was the most Big Jim thing ever, and it was the most Steve thing ever.
All right.
Right? Because Portnoy insisted that at a certain time when the class was supposed to start, he was going to lock the door, and if you couldn't get in, too bad, you couldn't take the test. Right? And he was never a stickler, but I took him at his word, right? Well, of course, Big Jim, right before we left, he remember how the steps going down the apartment were really rocky?
Yeah.
And he was wearing like some leather sandals.
Yeah.
Right? And he I think he scraped really bad his heel against one of the steps. And he was like, oh man, and there was blood everywhere. And I was like, dude, we're going to be late. Like no sympathy whatsoever. I'm this idiot is sitting here with a bloody heel while I'm trying not to be late to my test.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, here, so he poor bastard put a Band-Aid on it, but it was all slipping and sliding on the blood because it was just blood everywhere.
My gosh.
And we get there, and of course, idiot Portnoy, he didn't freaking lock the door or anything. Like it was a completely empty thread. Big Jim just sitting there with this horribly bleeding thing because jerk here
because of you
was like, dude, come on, we got to get going.
Yeah.
But he was always a slow walker anyways.
You ready for trivia?
That's not as heelish as my anti-recycling gimmick. I think it was.
Are you ready for trivia?
Oh, yeah, let's do trivia.
Would you like to go first, Steve?
Yeah. These are difficult questions.
Some of them are hard, yeah.
Oh, this is not difficult.
Yeah, this card's not that bad.
Number one, who is the first and only woman to win the WWE Intercontinental Championship?
China.
Very good.
Bret Hart and Owen Hart are the sons of which legendary Calgary promoter?
Stu?
Yeah.
Stu Hart. 2, Dave Batista played henchman Mr. Hinks in which 2015 spy film?
Oh, what was that James Bond movie called? Skyfall?
No.
It's the one after that.
Yes.
Damn.
Can you give me the name? If you can get it, I'll give it to you.
I'm drawing a blank.
Spectre.
Yeah. Who comprised the original Four Horsemen?
Flair, Arn, Ole, Tully.
Yeah.
3. In which year did SmackDown begin airing?
Is it 2001?
Try again.
No, that's my answer.
No,
2001.
1999.
Oh, yeah, that's my second That would be my second guess. Hulk Hogan was awarded $135 million in damages after his 2016 lawsuit against which media company?
Gawker.
Yeah. This is a pretty easy card.
Which event hosted WWE's first free-for-all match? That's a tough one.
Oh, wow.
Which event, so a big pay-per-view, hosted WWE's first free-for-all match?
WrestleMania 13.
Royal Rumble 1996.
Oh, wow. Right to Censor was a parody of which pro censorship group?
The PTC.
What does that stand for?
Parents Television Council.
Yeah.
Big events. What was the main event of WWE's first No Mercy event?
Oh, my gosh.
I'll give you a hint. It was a triple threat. No Mercy.
Stone Cold, Undertaker, Kane.
Oh, you were so close. Stone Cold, Undertaker, Triple H.
Damn. Who was the original manager of the Truth Commission in WWE?
IRS.
The Commandant.
Okay. Finally, Mr. Perfect originally used the theme from which film as his entrance music?
2001.
No, that's what I would have said, but Exodus.
Wow.
Yeah. I got 4.
No, you get one more.
Oh, nice.
What was the tagline of In Your House 19? Whoops. Don't look at that.
Degeneration X?
No, it was Attitude is Everything.
Oh. Oh, attitude is everything.
Right here we have chat trivia. I didn't do very well that time.
4, baby. How many did you get?
1.
So I get 3 cards.
We don't have any cards lying
Yeah,
around.
we
though.
do.
Oh, that's right over there. Get the chat trivia prize too, while you're over there.
I got a Big Boss Man card, a Power and Glory card,
Oh wow!
and a, oh no, Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Did
That's
you
scary.
get chat trivia rewards?
Yeah, they're in my pocket.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is what the patrons in chat trivia are going to be fighting for today. A Legion of Doom card featuring only one member of Legion of Doom.
Which one?
I told you, I don't know. I can't tell them apart.
That's Hawk.
And then a sensational Queen Sherry card where she's wearing some tiger makeup.
She was great.
She was awesome. She was fantastic. You know, it's also awesome. The show is done with.
Stick around, patrons, for a post show with chat trivia. We don't get to have lunch quite yet.
Hilton,
Play
where's the music?
music.
What is it called? Outro music fix,
Oh, no,
I think.
Man.
Where's that crap?
Oh my
Outro.
goodness.
Ah, here we go.
Let's get it together.
Outro music fix. Anyways, that's it for the show. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later. Patrons, stick around.
Bye.
Bye.